Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. We have reached lesson 5, that is history of computers. Now we'll see what are the concepts are involved in history of computers. History of computers. Computers have evolved and improved greatly over the centuries. The processing speed of computers has increased and their size has reduced remarkably. All this has been possible due to research. Even it has been possible due to advancement of technology. Now, let us explore the history of computers over the centuries. Ancient computer. Here you can see the picture. The most ancient computer was Chinese and it was known as the abacus. It was the first automatic computer which was used for counting and calculating. In the year 1830, Charles Babbage created a fully automatic computer called the analytical engine. Charles Babbage is considered as the father of modern day computing. Till now we have learnt about ancient computer. I hope you have understood about ancient computers. Now we'll see modern computers. For thousands of years after the Chinese invented the abacus, not much progress was made to automate counting and calculations. Then, from the year 1937 onwards, there was a constant advancement in technology and computers. Evolution of computers is divided into generations. Here you can see generations of computers. First generation computers, second generation computers, third generation computers, fourth generation computers, fifth generation computers and sixth generation computers. Now we'll see one by one. First generation computers, that is from 1937 to 1953. The computers during this generation used vacuum tubes. These vacuum tubes occupied large space and produced excess heat. Therefore, computers were very expensive. Here you can see the picture of first generation computer. Now we'll see second generation computers. Here you can see the picture. Transistors replaced the vacuum tubes in the second generation computers. Second generation computers were much smaller and cheaper. Supercomputers with extremely powerful processing speed and capacity were developed in this generation. These supercomputers were mainly used in scientific applications. Now we'll see third generation computers. This is from 1963 to 1972. In third generation computer, a collection of tiny transistors was put together to form an integrated circuit, that is IC. Therefore, the computers became faster and smaller. And in this generation, mainframe computers were developed. These computers had great processing speeds and high storage capacities. They were massive in size, therefore, they occupied very huge space, sometimes even an entire building. Next one, fourth generation computers. This is from 1973 to 1984. Here you can see the picture of fourth generation computers. The computers of the fourth generation were created using large scale integration, that is LSI, and very large scale integration, that is VLSI. This considerably reduced the size of the computer as its processor was a small chip, and personal computers, that is PCs, were introduced around this time. Now we'll see fifth generation computers, that is from 1985 to 1990. The fifth generation saw the introduction of computers with hundreds of processors. In addition, the use of computer networks and single user workstations increased considerably. Computer network means a group of computers connected together for sharing resources and information. Now we'll see last one, 6th generation computers. This is 1990 onwards. In 6th generation, portable computers, for example, notebook computers and handheld computers were developed. A notebook computer is popularly known as a laptop, and a handheld computer is popularly known as a palm top. Thus, with the advancement in technology, the computers have indeed come a long way. I hope you have understood the history of computers in this video. I hope this video will be useful one. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and like my channel.